How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it. Uh-oh. Shit. Sam. Run. Run!
Hey guys, what's happening? Niyat here with Film Comics Explained, and as requested, today we'll be exploring the Wendigos featured in the 2015 mystery horror game, Until Dawn. The Wendigos were essentially the main antagonists of Until Dawn. The victims of an ancient curse placed on Blackwood Mountain, the Wendigo were humans possessed and transformed by the Native American spirit of the same name, the direct result of having resorted to cannibalism while on the mountain. I finally had a playthrough of Until Dawn after getting so many requests to do a video on it, and I must admit that I was pleasantly surprised by the voice acting, direction, creature design, lore, and tone of the overall game. The game is designed to be played multiple times, as you can't see all the content with a single playthrough, and the game mechanics utilize an in-game system called the butterfly effect, in which any choice of action made by the player may cause unforeseen consequences later on, which I also thought was pretty cool. Recognized by their emaciated physiques, spider-like limbs and tattered pale skin, the Wendigo are hideous creatures that were rarely seen until they decided to pounce. As a result of the Wendigo possession, over time their teeth became sharper and more disfigured, while their sight also gradually changed, causing them to have vision that was largely influenced by movement. During a Wendigo's metamorphosis, their bodies begin to grow and lengthen. While their skin is being stretched, they begin sweating acids in order to strengthen their outer layer, and this toughened hide made the Wendigo immune to most types of physical damage, with their only weaknesses being fire, as it was able to burn through their protective layer of skin. Their limbs became much longer, giving them the ability to climb up walls in the blink of an eye, and they also lost their hair as well as their male and female characteristics prior to becoming completely skeletal in appearance over time. Capable of incredible bursts of speed, they are able to keep pace and even outrun their opponents without tiring, while their motion-sensitive vision enabled them to hone in on fleeing prey. Despite their frail appearance, the Wendigo demonstrated impressive physical strength and resilience, proving tough enough to withstand a high-caliber rifle shot to the skull, and they were also shown to be strong enough to crush a human skull with their bare hands. Based on what we see in the game, they seem to favour brutal, deliberate methods of killing their prey, such as impaling them on hooks, gouging out their eyes, or even tearing their jaws off, indicating that the Wendigo were more sadistic than simple animalistic killers. Fortunately, the Wendigo do have a few weaknesses, as mentioned before. The same motion-sensitive eyes that allowed them to track moving prey function poorly in the face of stationary targets, and victims standing perfectly still were practically invisible to them. As the stranger notes, they also instinctively fear fire, recognizing it as the only weapon that can destroy their natural body armor, and as such, flamethrowers, flare guns, and even makeshift explosives could all be used to bring down a Wendigo, though the stranger did advise that this should be a last resort, as killing a Wendigo released its spirit into the air, allowing it to possess once again. The Wendigos were known to have a few set behavioral patterns. They often track their prey for up to several hours, and it seems as though they like to hunt prey alone rather than in packs. While they did have enhanced predatory skills, I thought it was interesting that they don't appear to lose their humanity completely, as they're often seen using vocal mimicry to trick their prey. According to the Stranger's Journal, the original Wendigo legends originated from First Nation tribes who were present on Mount Matahi from the 1400s until the 1850s. The Cree tribes native to the area venerated Black Mountain as sacred ground, refusing to hunt animals or harm the area in any way, for fear of disturbing the spirits that inhabited the mountain. Prospectors surveying the mountain in 1891 found the area to be rich in tin and radium. Their subsequent excavations awoke the first of the Wendigo spirits and unleashed their curse upon the surrounding area. Soon after, the first Wendigo possessions on the mountain began, prompting hunters such as the stranger's grandfather to make a career out of tracking and capturing them. However, one particularly imposing specimen known as the Makipitu eluded all such hunters, killing any who were able to catch up to it, including the stranger's grandfather. As seen with Hannah, despite their bestial nature, the Wendigo still possessed a few remnants of human intelligence, occasionally allowing them to outsmart or outmaneuver their prey. It's also implied that the Wendigo also retain at least some memory of their past lives, as the most brutal of Hannah's attacks were towards those directly responsible for the prank that led to her death and consequent possession. Jessica, who planned the prank, has her jaw torn off. Emily, Jessica's co-conspirator, has her eyes gouged out. Matt, who helped film the incident, is impaled through the throat on a meat hook, or has his face bashed in, depending on the decisions you make as the player, and so on. Also, depending on the player's actions, Hannah may be able to recognize her brother and spare his life, even taking him with her and providing him with human flesh to turn him into a fellow Wendigo. I thoroughly enjoyed Until Dawn and thought that the game's butterfly effect system was awesome, as based on the decisions we made throughout the game, it's possible for the players to keep all 8 characters alive, as well as having all 8 of them die, allowing for many different paths and scenarios, as well as offering several different endings for each character. Well, that's all for today, folks. Big thanks to all of you guys who requested we take a look at the Wendigos featured in Until Dawn. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notification icon to stay up to date on all my content. And if there's anything else you'd like to request, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Niyat here with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello? Who's there? Anybody? Jessica! Is it you? What is... Oh God. Oh.